In the week ending on January 9th, 2016, we heard iPhone 7 rumors that don't really add up and witnessed more proof that the Apple Car may become a reality. Here comes this week's Apple news in the very first episode of Apple Wedge Weekly by Warenotice. First off, Apple is in the process of adding new colors to the Apple Watch in the forms of new bands and watch configurations. The company unveiled a new version of the Apple Watch that has been specially crafted for Chinese New Year. The watch has a gold-colored aluminum case and a product red sport band. However, Apple isn't selling this unique edition of the Apple Watch Sport everywhere. As pointed out by Mac Rumors, it's only for sale in China, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Singapore, and Taiwan. Even in those few countries, you can only get the unique device until February 22nd. In addition to this limited edition Apple Watch, Apple accidentally leaked a new Apple Watch band, a space black Milanese loop. The band and pictures of it appeared on Apple's website in the Czech Republic, Portugal, and Hungary, before its removal. The good news is that, if you want to buy this newly colored band, you may not have to wait that long. 9to5Mac reported that the shipping date on this band, before the band was taken down, indicated that the space black Milanese loop will start being sold in a week. Although this band did not include a price during its brief time on the Apple website, it's safe to assume that the space black version of the Milanese loop will cost more than the standard silver version, which bears a price of $149. This is because the only other mostly stainless steel Apple Watch band that Apple makes, the Link bracelet, costs more in its black configuration than in its silver one. iPhone 7 rumors have been buzzing around the internet recently, especially one claiming that the yet-to-be-released device won't have a headphone jack. This rumor has apparently been confirmed to Fast Company by an unnamed source, which states that the iPhone 7's audio output will go through its Lightning port instead of the allegedly soon-to-be missing headphone jack. Fast Company also states that the next iPhone, quote, will very likely support wireless charging, end quote, which again is according to its secret source. However, I do not believe this is true because it makes no sense for Apple to trust the headphone jack, incorporate wireless charging, and then just decide to leave the Lightning port around for audio output use. Honestly, it would make much more sense for Apple to eliminate the Lightning port altogether from the iPhone 7 and make the phone totally portless. Doing so would even help the company achieve another of Fast Company's nameless source's claims that it's highly probable that the iPhone 7 will be waterproof. Now, let's talk about cars. Is the Apple Car real, or is it just a legend? Well, Apple currently owns the Apple.car, Apple.cars, and the Apple.auto domain names as revealed by Mac Rumors, so the Apple Car must be real. Okay, sure there's a possibility that Apple purchased these new domains for CarPlay, the company's system that allows various functions of the iPhone to become integrated into a car's dashboard. But then, if Apple's looking to promote CarPlay, why did the company allegedly prohibit Volkswagen from displaying wireless CarPlay at CES 2016 this week? Maybe the Apple Car is real, or at least hopefully more real than the company is allowing wireless CarPlay to be. After Apple's purported denial of Volkswagen's wish to show off wireless CarPlay at CES, Volkswagen's head of electrical and electronic development stated to Car and Driver that, quote, "We wanted to demonstrate wireless CarPlay, and the owner of CarPlay technology didn't allow us to," end quote. Over the holidays, Apple managed to make quite a bit of money. More specifically, the company raked in more than $1.1 billion just in the App Store alone. According to Apple, it earned this money, which came solely from apps and in-app purchases, in the 2-week time period preceding January 3rd. To further amaze you with mind-boggling Apple financial stats, people spent more than $144 million in the App Store on New Year's Day, which set a new one-day user spending record on the App Store. In other news, Apple acquired Emotion, a startup that makes artificial intelligence software that allows computers to detect emotions just by looking at people's faces. According to the Wall Street Journal, most of Emotion's customers were advertisers who used the company's software to analyze the effect that their advertisements had on people. With this in mind, Emotion could benefit Apple's ecosystem, but at the risk of a loss of privacy. For instance, if Apple chooses to make their devices constantly aware of your emotions so that they can provide you with services tailored to counteract or celebrate them, which is just a theory, there is no question that users would lose privacy since this would require the software to have constant access to the user's front-facing camera. But, on the other hand, Apple could minimize the privacy loss and simply incorporate Emotion software into something like its Photos app, where it would be able to scan the faces in all of your pictures and group your photos by the emotion of the people in them, which again is just a theory. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the Warenotice YouTube channel, which contains more tech-related videos. Also, stay tuned for more episodes of Apple Wedge Weekly. If you like written content, check out the Warenotice website at warenotice.com for more tech news, reviews, and how-tos.